Hello, dear children. Welcome back. In the last class, we have seen that the story revolves around the protagonist of the story, who is the king of Pradibandhapuram. The king is too brave and he is known by the name the Tiger King. The name itself tells us tells about his bravery. He starts showing his miraculous talents even when he was an infant of 10 days and addresses the astrologers who predict that this prince would die one day. Let's see what happens after that. Everyone stood transfixed in stupefaction. Transfixed means they are standing motionless and shocked because they could not believe their eyes that yes, this particular 10-day-old Jalani Jang Bahadur, the infant, is speaking, means uttering these words. What are the words uttered? O wise prophets. And they stood in stupefaction. Stupefaction means in a condition of shock. They stood motionless in a condition of shock. They looked wildly at each other and blinked. So they were looking at each other for an assurance that whatever they had seen or heard, was it really a truth? And they wanted to show their surprise and shock too. O wise prophet, it was I who spoke. So the prince, the Jalani Jang Bahadur is speaking, the infant is speaking. He says, oh, wise prophets, he is addressing to the astrologers. So he says, oh, wise prophets, don't be shocked. It's me. You are right. You have seen or heard the right thing. It's me who has spoken these words. This time there was no ground for doubt. It was the infant just 10 days ago who had enunciated these words so clearly. So now there was no doubt that yes, this child had spoken these words, and the infant had spoken these words, and this infant was just 10-day old. Okay, had enunciated. Enunciated means spoken. Okay, these words, and that too very clearly. You know how children speak when they start uttering words. It's not clear. But here the child was speaking very clearly. The chief astrologer took off his specs and gazed intently at the baby. So the chief astrologer was wearing a spectacles. So he took off his spectacles. Spectacles means specs. And he was gazing. He's looking very observantly, keenly. He was observing the baby. All those who are born will one day have to die. We don't need your predictions to know that. There would be some sense in it if you could tell us the manner of the death. The royal infant uttered these words in his little squeaky voice. So here the royal prince, that is this infant, he says, we don't need your astrology to say that anyone who is born will die one day. But it would be appropriate, okay, if you could just tell us the manner of the death, or how am I going to be killed. Okay, and the royal infant, that is the prince, he spoke in his little childish squeaky voice. The chief astrologer placed his finger on his nose in wonder. So he placed his finger on his nose in wonder. That is, it shows his surprise. A baby barely 10 days old opens its lip in speech. So a baby who is just 10 days old, an infant, he is speaking. So that's something surprising, shocking, in fact, not surprising, shocking. Not only that, it also raises intelligent questions. Incredible. So not only that the child is speaking, but he is asking intelligent questions. Others in the court, they kept quiet, they kept mum, they accepted the predictions made by the astrologers, considering them to be very intelligent. But here the prince, the 10-day-old prince, he is not only just asking questions, but also those questions are really intelligent ones. rather like the bulletins issued by the War Office than facts. So, just these predictions are like just like that, like as if you're saying that some war is going to take place. You're not talking about the fact why this war is going to take place or what are the reasons behind. Without stating the fact, you're just saying, yeah, okay, this war would take place between this and this. So similarly, the predictions are made by the astrologers. The chief astrologer took his finger off his nose and fixed his eyes upon the little prince. Then again, the chief astrologer took his hands off his nose and was again staring at the little prince. The prince was born. Now he gives the real prediction, that is how the king would be killed. Okay. The prince was born in the hour of the bull. Please mark these sentences. These are very important. How the prediction made by it may come for 2 marks question. The prediction made by the astrologer about the death of the prince. The prince was born in the hour of the bull. Bull, I hope you know, ox. Okay. The bull and the tiger are enemies. Therefore, death comes from the tiger, he explained. So he says that the bull and this prince was born in the hour of the bull. So there are means in Hindu mythology, there are some things like this. Okay, each human being is associated with a particular animal. So here, this prince is associated with a bull, and as bull and tiger, they are enemies. So this king would be killed by the tiger. So this was the prediction made. So the king would die and death would come to him by a tiger. You may think that the crown prince Jung Bahadur, what do you mean by crown prince? That is the prince to be and the king to be. Okay, that is next king would be this particular prince. He is the crown prince. So crown prince Jung Bahadur was thrown into a quake when he heard the word the tiger. So when you suppose a child, when he or she comes to know about tiger, all these fierce animals. Okay, so generally children are scared. So we might think that this crown prince would be thrown into quake. Quake means shaken. Okay, would have been shaken. But by hearing the word tiger. But this did not happen. This was exactly what did not happen. So he was not shaken or he was not scared. Instead, as soon as he heard it pronounced, the crown prince gave a deep growl. So, and terrifying words emerged from his lips. Let tigers beware. So what happened? So as soon as this tiger king came to know about all these things, he just gave a growl, a deep growl, and then some words, some terrifying words came from his lips. And what are these words? Let tigers beware. What do you mean by let tigers beware? Let tigers be cautious that I have come to the earth and I will kill them. It's their end. This is what he's trying to say instead of being shocked. So you can see that here again, okay, he is showing his miraculous talent of being brave. Just an infant of 10 days. This account is only a rumor rife in Pratibandhapuram, but with hindsight, we may conclude it was based on some truth. So, we may say that, yes, it was a rumor in Pratibandhapuram that this king had such things and all those stuff. It may be a rumor in Pratibandhapuram, but there must be some truth. Based on that truth, the whole episode was built up. So this is what we feel. Okay, like in India, such rumors are very common. Okay, so it's very shocking. Maybe, okay, the astrologer might have predicted such things that he would be killed by the tiger and all that. But the rumor might be that the 10-day-old child spoke. Okay, so such things do happen, and especially in Indian society, such rumors spread like rapid fire. Okay, the fire, the way the fire, fierce fire spreads, that's how we Indians are very good at spreading rumors. So here also, maybe there might be some basic truth, some basic truth. Maybe the prediction might be right, but the ultimate thing, that is, the whole episode is not a truth, but it might have been a rumor. Okay, children, we stop with this. Please go through the lesson once again, and we'll discuss the doubts later on. Thank you.